In the last episode, I talked about how taking responsibility slowly turned into self-judgment. And for a long time, I thought that was the process. It felt like awareness, like if I could just see myself more clearly and try a little harder, something would eventually change. But something started to bother me. Because when I looked closely, I noticed something I hadn't seen before. I wasn't just deciding to judge myself. It was already happening. And I could see it more clearly after my marriage ended. Sitting there in that apartment, day after day, the same thoughts would show up about how I had acted, what I should have done differently, what it all meant about me. And they just didn't come once. They repeated the same thoughts, the same conclusions, over and over. And my body followed. That tightness in my chest, that heaviness, that low, anxious feeling, that all just stayed. And what I wanted was something completely different. I wanted to feel open again, lighter, more like myself, but I wasn't there. And that's where the judgment came in, because now it wasn't just that I felt that way. It was, why am I still here? Why hasn't this changed? What is wrong with me? And of course, that didn't help. It made everything tighter. More pressure, more frustration, just the same loop. So I tried to change that. I shifted how I was thinking. No, that's not true. Focus on something better. Be more positive. All the things I had learned. But something didn't feel right about that either. Because even as I was trying to change it, the same thoughts were still there. The same feelings in my body were still there. And it didn't feel like I was directing it. It felt like I was inside it, not outside of it, not choosing it, inside it. And that's when something began to shift. Not in what I was feeling, but in how I was seeing it. Because I started to notice the part of me trying to get out of it, trying to stop the thoughts, trying to feel something different, wasn't separate from what was happening. It was part of it. The same movement, the same loop. Trying harder with more awareness and more effort wasn't actually changing anything, because every attempt was coming from inside that same pattern. And that's a strange place to find yourself, because you're still trying, but something in you starts to question, who is actually doing the trying? And if the part of me that's trying to get out of this is inside that same loop, then what part of me has any power here? That was the moment that something started to open. If this resonates with you, I've created something to help you explore it more directly. You'll find it in the link in the description.